Welcome to another edition of the PSA Dude here on WTP TV. We're here today at the Houston Dragon Boat Festival rehearsal practice time. This is their last rehearsal before the big event this weekend. This is the 4th annual festival and it's this weekend, May 1st. So get out there this weekend, check it out. We have a lot of exciting events to bring to you today, and we're going to let you learn a little bit more about the art of the dragon boat race. Come on. We're standing here now with Caroline Long. She's the Executive Director of the Houston Dragon Boat Association. Thanks, Caroline, for having us and putting on this great event.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks. Tell our audience more about the history of dragon boat racing.
Well, back in 277 BC in China, there was a poet by the name of Chu Yuan. He was revered by all the Chinese people. He was the emperor's favorite advisor. But the other emperor's advisors and eunuchs were upset and jealous, and so they concocted a plan to kind of disparage Chu Yuan. Consequently, he was banned to some outpost in Mongolia or another part of China. And this was considered very shameful. So he wrote this poem about his shame and embarrassment, and then he drowned himself, as was customary when you're shamed, in the Milo River. The local fishermen, like I said, he was really loved by the people. They paddled out to try and rescue him, but it was too late. Their boats, however, were decorated really colorfully with dragon heads and tails and scales and ribbons. And so every year, on the 5th day of the 5th lunar month, they had this festival, if you will, again, a recreation of when they tried to save Chu Yuan. And so it evolved into the Dragon Boat Festival.
And now we're bringing that festival here to Houston. It's in its 4th year.
Yes. And
it's one of many events that the association sponsors throughout the year.
Right. It's our signature event, the Dragon Boat Festival in May, in conjunction with Asian Heritage Month. But this year we're also having a regatta, a Dragon Boat International Regatta down in Clear Lake in October. We also plan on having a Dragon Ball in February of 2005, and we are owning our first boat for the first time. We're going to have it here year-round because before we've been renting the boats, but we're going to have a boat year-round. We're going to try and grow the sport of dragon boat racing, get people out exercising on the bayou, thinking about recreation, exercise, restoration of our waterways, and also forming a year-round league to help inner-city kids and at-risk children who want to join a community sport and just don't have the opportunity to see Houston from this angle.
It looks like a lot of people have already turned out for this year's events. How many teams do you have?
We have 28 teams, and
wow.
Each team has 25 people. So we have 700 paddlers, we have 100 volunteers, we have committee members, we have MCs from the media that are coming out, we have city officials. One of the teams is actually the city workers, city council and city workers vote. Yeah, so we'll see how they do.
And at the festival this weekend, there was also going to be music.
There's going to be music. There's a couple of live bands, entertainers. We have the Shaolin Kung Fu group, Korean farm dancers, Asia Society Young Professionals Lion Dance, Texans cheerleaders, Rockets power dancers perhaps. A lot of fun things for people to take part of besides just the races.
Great. Well, you can come down to Allen's Landing. The boats take off from Allen's Landing this Saturday.
In Maine.
And for more information on the Dragon Boat Festival, you can visit them online at the address on your screen.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, we have these boat dollies for the roll the boats from the warehouse where we were. And then down this, you have to carry it down this ramp, which is terrible. I mean, if you look at it, you're going to be like, oh my God, why did they do that?
Y'all say cheese. Just remember, everything's our fault, okay?
Let's get you. Let's pair you up with somebody.
Our first PSA of the day comes from the Community Artists Collective. The Community Artists Collective is a community center that focuses on art education, community development, entrepreneurship, and exhibition, displaying local and national African American artists' work in its downstairs gallery and making art education more accessible to the community via classes upstairs in its facility. The collective fills a void in Houston's cultural landscape by providing programs that encourage the growth and development of the human spirit through visual arts. The collective is located over on Elgin Avenue, and for more information on how to get involved with the Community Artists Collective, you can visit them online at the address on the screen or contact 713-523-1616. Now back to loading up the boat.
Okay, I got bail.
All right. Pass that ahead. First activity. Let's bail some water. Okay. Next two. Let's complete. All right. Great. Yeah. Luckily, we have a left reserved for you. Nice and easy. Mind the gap. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
Move it or lose it, sister.
Following you around.
They're waiting for all the seats to fill up. What's up with that? Once everyone is seated over here, everybody. I can splash forward too.
Stop.
Yes.
For some reason, our right side is bigger than our left side.
Inside the boat or?
You know, we're going in the back of the motor.
Here we go. You're going to want to untie that from
While
here
this
as
team
well.
gets ready
Okay.
to launch its
Now,
final practice session,
Hold on to
another
the side of the
event
dock,
going on
please.
this weekend
Back
on
there.
Saturday,
Thank
May
you.
1st
And then
from
we'll do this
10
right
to
here.
2
Put it close
is
right up.
it's National Infant Immunization Week, and this weekend there's a free immunization clinic. So parents, bring out your babies. It's happening at several locations around Houston. Hardy Senior Center on West Hardy Road, over at Highland Woods Drive, Bear Creek Drive, South Houston Avenue. And this great event is sponsored by the Public Health Services of Harris County. So bring out your babies. You can find out more information by calling Rita Obey at 713-439-6293. Now let's watch the team take off.
All right, crew, if everyone can just put their hips up to the gunwale of the boat, it helps us balance, get us nice and even. You can also, Renee and I can also then adjust the weight of the boat. Okay? The people on the right side can just push off gently with their hands. Don't use your paddle, use your hands. Otherwise you get summer teeth. Some in your mouth and some in the body. All right. Okay, that's good. If I get the full crew to back it down, what that means is look forward but paddle backwards. So look at the person in front of you so you don't bang into them. You don't have to look behind you. You're just going to back it down a little bit. Gives Renee a chance to turn the boat. All right, let it run.
As Caroline was saying earlier, these are the boats that will be used this weekend, but this weekend you'll see dragon heads, dragon tails, and the full regalia on the boats, all 25 plus boats. Another event going on this weekend on May 2nd is the Asian Pacific American Heritage Association's Many Cultures One World celebration at the Anjali Dance Center, and that's at 2615 Cordes Drive in Sugar Land. This year, the Asian Pacific American Heritage Association highlights the splendid culture of India, and we invite you to join our kickoff event filled with cultural activities, performances, and food. It's an excellent opportunity to meet APAHA's Board of Directors and members. For more information on the event, you can contact 713-784-1112. Look at them go. It's going to be a tough competition this year. You can feel the heat already. Our next announcement comes from the Children's Museum of Houston. They need teen volunteers, teens looking to conduct wacky science experiments, get their elbows up in sudsy fun, get up to their elbows in sudsy fun, share in the excitement of learning about the environment, and have a positive impact on children's lives, are encouraged to apply to be a summer junior volunteer at the Children's Museum of Houston. Applicants are being accepted through Friday, May 7th, and they're looking for teens ages 14 to 17. Junior volunteers have the opportunity to work directly with museum visitors, bringing the exhibits and programs to life. Shift times are variable and they work your schedule out with you. All teens interested in working with children are encouraged to apply. For more information, you can contact Martha Green, Director of Volunteer Services and Special Projects, at 713-522-1138, extension 209. We've moved off to the side now while the next team prepares to go on the bayou. We're standing here next to these honeysuckle vines and there's blackberries growing all around. And despite the rain, it is beautiful. And even if it's raining this weekend, you should come down and check it out because it's just a little bit of rain. And it's still a beautiful city, and this event is really, it's going to be fabulous and like probably nothing you've ever seen unless you've been to a dragon boat race before. Here comes the next team. They're grabbing their paddles and their life jackets. Very important to wear those. Making their way down to the dock. Our next PSA comes from Project LEAP. Become an advocate for HIV positive people in Houston. Enroll in Project LEAP, the finest HIV advocacy training program in the United States. For more information, contact 713-527-8219. and ask for Rich. Here comes the crew, and in a minute, if we're lucky, we might see a little pre-game race, a little friendly competition going on here on the banks of the bayou. Great event that everybody loves coming up on May 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's the Art Car Parade. Don't forget, save the date right now, put it in your calendars. The second weekend of May, the Art Car Parade. Everyone in Houston drives a car. Everyone in Houston can make an art car. And definitely everyone in Houston loves the Art Car Parade. This is true. Everyone is included as more than 250 wild and woolly art cars strut their stuff down Allen Parkway in the oldest and biggest art car parade in the world. Last year, we hit the street totally free and available to all Last year, we hit the street totally free and available to all for the first time in years. Building on that great step, everyone's Art Car Parade is taking over as the people's parade of choice. This is my art car theory, says art car artist extraordinaire Tom Kennedy. It is the art, but the whole power of this is people having fun in the parade. So something like the motorized living room, it can literally be a big party up there. When you're in the audience and you see this rolling party go by, you say, I want to ride in that thing. I want to go where they're going. And you can on May 7th, 8th, and 9th. On the 7th, check it out downtown. We'll be there. PSA Dude will be there. The 7th, downtown. We'll see you then. Let's race.